Hi, this is Gail and welcome to my channel. So today, excuse me, I am making the tags to go in the envelope window pockets that I made through the Roxy's weekly challenge. I want to get these finished up. Now what I've done, this isn't glued down or anything, is I've tried to play with having a little flower peek through the window. And on two of them, I used packaging from something that I had, and this is the normal look of the packaging. I didn't do anything to that. But then to the other side, it had writing and whatever, and I didn't want that to show, so I printed off this, which is a background from Artie Mays, and I couldn't believe how incredibly well it matched this other background. Oh, and you can really see it here because this is the packaging and this is the Artie Mays background, so you really can't tell the difference. Then I left the little flap on the top of the tag because of the packaging, rather. And what I did really was it was double wide, and I cut it off and I had a little extra left, but I ended up with 2 tags out of it. So I left the flap. I had covered the back that had the writing on it and just cut some strips because I didn't have any left over. Cut some strips of tea-stained graph paper, stapled them in, and then I will cover up the staples. I don't know what it is, but to me, I feel like with staples showing it looks cheap. I don't know. That's my thing. It's not anybody else's. That's just the way I feel. So I will cover that up. And I've pulled some things to do that already. So 2 of the tags will look like this. Then there's one that again is out of packaging. And this one I had to cover both sides. And again, I used a Roxy Creations background. And it has a little hole here. So I'll probably add a charm to that at some point. So I did go ahead and I also distressed this and some of the things that are going on and in this, but I just thought if I could save some time and have it ready, I could get this done in under half an hour. That's the goal anyhow. So let's get started. Okay, so can't remember which way I wanted this to go. So, yeah, I feel like this one goes here. And I did think about doing that. And then maybe adding that, but that covers it all up. So I think I'll save that for the other side, right? And here I really just feel like that's all it needs, okay? So, and I just found out my order for this fine line red tip top glue was canceled. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm wondering if this is sensitive to being shipped in cold weather, and that's why Amazon is refunding my money, or if it's so out of stock they don't think they'll get any in anytime soon. And as it was, I've already waited a couple of weeks, so not sure what's up with that. Kind of disappointed, but oh well. Can't change it, that's for sure. Well, I'm going to try one more time to see if I can get this to open up a little bit and squeeze out. If not, I'll switch to my glue stick or my Fabri-Tac. I do have some of that barely. This is just not gonna. I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna lay that on its side. And all this time that I thought I was saving being wasted by faulty glue. Dun 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 dun. So, anyhow, don't know what's up with that, but I think I'll go online and see if I can find the company and see what the deal may be, huh? And I think I'm going to let those little spikes hang just a little bit over the edge there. Now, I have two things here. I have this, and, yeah, here it is. I have this, and I kind of like both, so I think I'll do both. My concern here is this going to keep that glued down? So, I don't know. We'll give it a whirl and see what happens. Maybe I'll just glue stick it down, and then when I add the leaf trim, I'll do that with Fabri-Tac. How's that sound? Let's get this going. Okay. So now I'm not going to be able to get the lid off. Okay. Whoa! Caught it. Wow, when that came out, it came... Ooh, it's like oozing now. Gracious sakes. Feast or a famine, huh? Okay. So, I have a shopper getting my groceries for me, and it never fails. I feel sorry for them because it is insanity, the things that aren't available. And I've tried all different times of the day to see when might be the best time for them to shop for me. I've tried super early in the morning and late in the evening. And right now he's having trouble getting me minced or chopped clams. So, it's for a dip that we make. My sister FaceTimed me, and she was whipping this dip up, and then she sat and started eating it, and oh my God, you know, I haven't had that since I have the smell and taste issues, and it just sounds so good. So I thought I had clams. I had the cream cheese. It's a super simple recipe. It's just, and there's nothing like Philadelphia cream cheese. I don't care what anybody says. I've tried other cream cheeses, and it just doesn't taste as good. Well, so anyhow, it's cream cheese, garlic powder, onion powder, and the clams, minced clams or chopped up clams. And I just think it tastes scrumptious. However, didn't have the clams after I got it all whipped up. I was so disappointed. But I swore I had them in there, but I think at some point we must have run out of cat food, and my son must have fed the cats clams. Quite an expensive little proposition, but stuff happens sometimes. And feeding those little feral cats is starting to get expensive, but gotta love them, so enough said. But anyhow, so the poor shopper, I just feel so bad for them because they're trying to do their best and they get frustrated too because, of not being able to get certain things. Like through the whole pandemic, I've not been able to get any Lysol spray at all. And I was using that before the pandemic hit. But now, especially, forget it. You can't get it around here, it seems. Or at least I can't ever get it. But that's life. We move on, right? So, I don't know. And now, okay, well, he can get me something else. It's just sad for them. Because it makes their work hard. And they've even said how frustrated, they get. But I do love that one of them was telling me how the program that is used will hook you up with the same shopper if you give one of them a high rating. Then apparently they, when your, request comes up for a shopper, they get first dibs at it, which I'm very happy about because I have a couple that just do an awesome job. And truthfully, I've only had one that I was displeased with, and that one, even though she shopped and had cat food in the cans and cat food in the bag and kitty litter to get for me, arrived at my house, saw a cat, which was out in my yard, which was not my cat, which was one of the strays. I guess I should call them my cats now, shouldn't I? Because I am feeding them. But at that point, totally just trying to help them survive. And she freaked out and texted me and said she couldn't deliver my food. And I was like, well, why? And she said, because she has a cat allergy. And I'm like, okay. And she's asked me, could I come out and get them? And I'm like, well, part of the reason I have them shipped is because the lifting and the hauling of them is difficult. And anyhow, she just dumped them at the end of my driveway and left. So I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. It's just very frustrating. So as you hear the phone, that is my shopper letting me know, this isn't available. Will you take this instead? Or there are no substitutions. So, yeah, sorry. I should have maybe waited to do this. Okay. Now on this side, this is where the botanical will go. And I should say I've rated my shoppers very highly because, boy, do they save me wear and tear. And, I used to shop at Aldi, but again, Aldi, they do that whole you have to bag it yourself thing. And in all honesty, that's what I struggle with, I have a hard time bagging it and hauling it and then hauling it in from the car and all of that. That's not an easy task for me. And because my step leading from my garage into my house, it's a steep one. And so is the step that leads up from my sidewalk up onto my porch, and the step that leads from the porch into the house was pretty bad, and I was able to purchase not a block, but it's kind of like a big cement slab to go there, although it's not as heavy as cement. And so I have some bricks because it's kind of a brick sidewalk, and I want to do something on the sidewalk leading to the porch as well. And inside the garage, I told my son, I said, I think we should probably do something that's either like a little ramp or much wider steps, you know, because they are tough. And it's not just me. Other people who have come to visit have even said, geez, your steps are kind of steep. I'm like, yeah. So, doesn't make it easy. And as I get older, and with my arthritis, it really is hard. So, I want to make it easy for me. And, so yeah. So when that lady said she was too allergic to cats to come in, I'm thinking, okay, you saw my order. Why didn't you say something then and get someone to cover for you at the store instead of coming to my house and then just dumping them? So she's the only one I gave a bad review to. And it's not like I don't understand allergies. I do, but, you know. And he's telling me now there is no canned cat food in the store. How is that possible? I just don't get it. That was the main reason that I placed an order. I was out of not out. I have a few cans of canned cat food left. But with a storm rolling in, I thought I better be stocked up because, you know, it's redunculous. What can I say? I don't know. It's ridiculous, though. I don't know whether they don't have the stuff out on the shelves. I don't know. You know. And, yeah, I know there is a pandemic. I get it, but it's getting to be hard. Really hard. Okay, so and I wanted to stress this. This is from a book that I found at, you guys in the UK call them op shops, I guess. It's a upcycle store. It's for the Underground Railroad, which, you know, helps domestic violence people. I don't know. So, and it had tons, and I think I've cut them all out, but now that I say that, and I look at the pile that I have, I don't think I did. I think at some point I just said, enough already, you know. So, here's what I want to do to get it to line up. I want to put it in there. I should have never put the glue on my flour before I do this, because I am such a klutz. Okay. And now, what is that hanging off? Oh, Lordy, now that's going to get in on my tag, I guarantee. Can't get the tag. Can't get the flour off my finger. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lord. I can hear my friend Lori laughing now at me. As well she should. I am just too much sometimes with this stuff. There, that worked. Looks a little weird standing there all by itself. What fuzzies do I have hanging off of my fingers right now? Lordy, lordy. Okay. So, I have this, which, now, let's see if we can peel that up real quick. We can. And, let's see if we can separate this. Ooh, got it. Okay. So, let's just sort of put that down there like that. And do we want to put that in that? Oh, I kind of like that. And that's already been distressed. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see. My son is singing in his room. He's got his headphones on and he's singing and he's programming. So if you hear it, sorry. I don't know. It always makes my heart full when I hear him in there singing and know that he's feeling okay and life is good. You know? Oh, I hate the stickies. So, we'll see what isn't available next. There was no canned cat food. Oh my gosh. Just so hard to believe, isn't it? But, okay. Now, do I think that needs anything else? I do have a word. Determined. Yes, let's use it. He says Meyer's shelves have been wild and he appreciates me being flexible. Okay. He's in the checkout. So the line's pretty long. He got my stuff really fast. Truthfully. That is crazy. He's shopped the whole thing already? Man, they must not be very busy today. Usually right before a storm. You know what the grocery stores are like. Oh, my word. You can't hardly stand to go in the store. At least I can't. Okay, let's see how this looks now. Did we do a good job? And I need to tag that down because I've pulled that up some. Yep, that looks good. He's Ned. Ned shoots through the window. I don't care. Okay. Good old Ned. Okay. So let me tack that down a little bit. Yep. I think that's because this is actually cloth. This piece here, it's ribbon, decorative ribbon. But I loved it. And I took the wire off of both sides of it and have been cutting and using it because it's pretty cool. Okie dokie. Yep, I think so. There we go. Yeah, back before COVID, when I first started having shoppers, that was back when the doctor took me off of pain medication for my arthritis, and I was really hurting and very miserable. And anyhow, you know, they would come right in. They would bring the groceries right into the kitchen on the counter for you, which was wonderful. And some of them, you know, I would talk with. And apparently it's not a bad living doing what they're doing. So, You know, good for them. They deserve it. It's hard. I hate shopping anymore when it comes to groceries and that. Just hate it. And mostly because of, you know, at least some of the stores still bag it for you and nobody carries it out to your car anymore. That's still all on you. And sometimes the stuff's pretty heavy. And I don't seem to have the upper body strength like I used to have. So, anyhow, I just really appreciate them a lot, and I always tip. And I know from talking to them, their pay is decent. And I know I pay more to have someone shop it for me. Pay more per item, but you know, you have to decide, is it worthwhile? I used to always go to Aldi and bag it and bag it, and it's hard. Prices were awesome, but you know, when you have to bag it all yourself, it gets old. And I've tried delivery from Aldi, and they say they don't charge a fee, but they charge processing fees. And by the last time I got groceries from there, I didn't feel that it was any cheaper than getting them from Meijer, so I just am sticking with Meijer for now. Okay, and getting them shipped. So we have that. We're ready to put AHA. Let's put this on first, shall we? I do like these. This is something I think I got from AliExpress. I was going to say Wish, but I think it's AliExpress. Okay, and here's this, which goes, with the coming of spring, I am calm again. Yep, so true. When we know spring is near, don't we just feel better? I sure do. My grandson this morning, I talked to my daughter and my grandson pretty much every day except for Wednesdays and Sundays, which are the days my son-in-law is home. And those are his days off, and so those are their days together, and I don't interfere. And even on the days when I talk to my daughter, I wait until she calls me because of her schedule to see, you know, what works best for her. So it's really nice. But my grandson, he was so excited. He was showing me things, and they just finished. My daughter had to redo a room that was, they had to have insulation in the room. She hired someone to do it. They did a very poor job of doing the mudding and sanding and painting afterwards, and she had to redo it. She said she just couldn't stand it. It was that bad. And she's not super, super picky, but I don't blame her. It did not look good. So she just did all of that, and then she is allowing Michael to get new, you know, decor for his room, because what was up there were like elephants, and it was gray and turquoise, and it was a baby's room. Well, now it's going to be a little boy's room, and so he's really into the Ninja Turtles now. And so the whole room is being decorated in that, and so it's just sweet. They're having a good time together, and all three of them, my daughter, Michael, and his dad, Mike, have all played a role in picking things out for the room, and Michael wanted his daddy to help him put some stuff up today in the room when he got home from work. So that's just really sweet, I think. And so by tomorrow it will all be put together, and Michael said that they would call me to show me what it looked like, and I am sure it will be lovely, and it will be what he wants. And I think that's what it's all about. It's a kid's room. So, that's pretty neato. And that's kept them busy, and my daughter has worked on that now, I don't know how long. And, yeah. So, and as I'm sitting here, I looked out the window, and I see my neighbor going to the mailbox. And, yeah. Yesterday, I saw two of his kids running around on the driveway and then up and down our little street a couple of times, back in the house, and then back out running around up and down the driveway and on the street. And yes, lo and behold, they were barefoot. I mean barefoot. And it's like, was in the 20s here. And I just was like, okay, who is watching you? And what are you doing out there barefoot, you know? Well, a few minutes later, Dad came out and got the mail. And so he was the one watching the kids. And I'm like, how well is he watching them? I mean, I'm surprised they didn't get frostbite as cold as it was. Of course, we all know kids are very resilient, so probably not a biggie, but I don't know. I was just sort of shocked. My feet would have been freezing, but then I'm an old fart, so what can I say, right? So, anyhow, yeah, I like that a lot. And that works perfectly. And of course, this is my fave because it's purple. So, okay, and those are both going from a different direction. And now, let's finish up with this. So, I'm going to leave that in there. Oh, goodness, there. I had tucked that down, I suppose. And I think if I'm going to put something on the bottom, that I should do that now. There's that. That really blends in a lot. That's too long. There's that. That's another one of those. That's the same thing. Then there's this. So, which one do we like the best? Because this will be over this way. Do we like that? Or do we like that? Or maybe this should go under, huh? Yeah. There's that. And there's that. I don't know. I think I like that the best. I'm not really positive, I'll be honest. But if that's going to go under, then I need to distress that, right? These are actually turning out kind of fun. So I thank Roxy for this challenge and making these. So here we go. I still can't get over that my shopper is done that quickly, because there were quite a few things on that list. He's a speedster. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do this real quick. And then I'll put the tag in there so I know where this will go. Right? Okay. Let's see. Okie dokie. Here we go. Yep, that works. Okay. I just have things hanging off of my fingers now. I hate that. Okay. Then this I'm going to put on. Okay. Whoops, I had it. There we go. It's there. There we go. Okay, now, I don't have any saying pulled out for this one. Let's see. We've got Live Life in Full Bloom, but see, that's going to be too big unless I cut it down. A kind word is like a spring day. Like that too. Let's see if we have anything else we can use. Bloom, a beautiful process of becoming. Suppose we could do like that and offset it. I think I'm going to cut that out and put it on. I think it'll look better. I hope I'm not wrong. I'm losing the little frame around it. So let's ink. That kind of makes a little frame, right? So the best thing about getting my groceries shipped is I got a rotisserie chicken and I don't have to cook tonight. Yay! Just throw a potato in the microwave and bake it. So we'll have baked potatoes and rotisserie baked chicken and some sort of a green. Don't know what just yet, but something. So let's see, I have two of these green ones. Determined Sunshine. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Let's put it up there. I won't sing because I know you don't want to hear that. Oh my, you poor souls. Okay. So far I've looked and I've gotten Zippo response to my question about what I should do on the cover. So I guess I have to make a decision on my own. Doggone it, you guys just didn't help me out. It's had views. Not a ton so far, but it's had views. It's just nobody responded to my question, which begs the question, are people just fast forwarding because my videos are also not fascinating? Or are people just not wanting to respond to it? I don't know, but I'm sorry if I'm extremely boring. What can I say? I do my best. Okay, so this side looks pretty good, I think. And then over here, of course, we're going to want to be able to write some. So this one's going through the window. That's looking good. Okay. So over here, I think I just kind of want to put that on the side and call it good enough, right? So, okay, he's completed my order and he's on the way. So, super cool. Then, since my son is here, then I let him lug the groceries in the house. And then I just have to put them away. Not too bad a gig, right? So there are certainly advantages to having my son here, none the least of which is he's great company. And with the pandemic, I was telling him the other day, I really don't know how I would have survived if he hadn't been here with me through all of this, because it is a very lonely and isolating experience, as some of you know, and I don't know. Would have been really tough. Okay, I think that is good enough. Now, I can put a little charm there, but I don't know if I have anything out, and I don't know if you want to wait while I root through all of my... Oh, here's a leaf. What do you think? Will a leaf do it? It's really tiny, huh? And I have bulb pads right up here. So, let's see. Ow! It poked me. Okay. Let's see if that works or if I'm gonna need to get a ring, a jump ring. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this a little differently, shall we? Because as usual, I do some stuff weird. How about if we go over here and under here? Okay. Why doesn't it want to go up under there? What's the prob? There, it finally went in. There was like a... There. That's cute. Like that. Good enough. I could put a little lace on there with that if I had any. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's just do a little tiny snippet of lace with it to add a little something, right? Okay, now that means I have to open that up again. I don't know how much fun that will be. Okay. I want to put it underneath. So, Here, like so. I think that's a cute idea. What do you think? And as long as it shuts now, we're good to go, right? Okay, think I'm liking that. There's that tag. Whoops, see what I did right there. Okay, let's put that down. Okay, so we have sunshine, bloom, just that little, I don't know. I can't stop. I think it needs something. I think it needs more down here. There will be room to write, right? What can I say? Can't stop. Okie dokie. Really love how these little vellum stickers go right on. No problem. And maybe we put this in there. Growth, pardon me, growth. Or what's that here? Or seedling. Nah, growing. Okay. Let me distress it. Okay. Oh, yes, news break. Pile up in blizzard. Shuts down I-80 in Iowa. Poor souls. Yeah, we're only supposed to get like maybe 5 inches tops. At least that's what they said last night. I don't know if it's changed any. My daughter's only supposed to get 1 to 3. She's about an hour south. Okay, growth. And that works for me. So here's that. And that. And we'll put this in. Oops, this way. Okay. There's one. Better put the lid on this before I knock it over and have a bunch of these to pick up. That's when I go, Josh, come help me. Okay, let's put the lid on this before it explodes everywhere. And the lid on this. Okay. So we have that. Then we have this one, which I have to admit, I think that one's my fave. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. But looks like hop, but we know it's hope, right? And then our little pad there. And here's that. Okay. And then here's the side. Yep. Okay, then our last one. Here's this with the yellow poking through. There's that, the butterfly. That's what it looks like on that side. And here's our tag flowering. With the coming of spring, I am calm again. So true, so true. Alrighty. And there we go. So there we have our 3. Roxy's challenge for the week completed. Yay. So thank you for stopping by. Get out there and be creative and make something. Find your joy. And until next time, please stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.